It's match number 8 of the T20 World Cup 2024, and it's finally Team India who are stepping onto the field at New York, a stadium that has played a little bit here and there, the surface. I have Sandy Paji with me all the way from England. Sandy Paji, welcome to the show. It's India versus Ireland. You cannot write off somebody like an Ireland. They're playing brilliant cricket, to be honest.
Yes, as I say, next door neighbours to us here in England, Ireland. A country that they started playing a lot more cricket now. Some of the players have started playing in for the counties and the T20 Blasts, and we've also seen someone like Josh Little play in the IPL. So Irish cricket is on the upward trajectory, but yeah, this match is probably one which India will really fancy themselves in winning and starting their campaign off, because now the World Cup starts for many of the Indian fans. This is the day.
Absolutely. This is the day we might just see something good happening for Team India tomorrow. Let's see. Let's fingers crossed. But let's take a look into the head-to-head when it comes to India and Ireland. Here's the head-to-head. 7-0 is the head-to-head in T20 so far when these two teams have played. If you remember last year, both of these sides met into each other in the 3-match T20. That also got a series victory for Team India. Ireland yet to defeat India, but now they're playing at a surface where I think New York is meant for fast bowlers. Do you think Ireland has that firepower to tackle or to defeat somebody like a mighty Indians?
To be fair, it's going to be very difficult because you see, if their bowling is good, the other team's batting is even better. So I can't really see where Ireland will cause India problems unless India wake up and do what Sri Lanka did a couple of days ago. I just don't see India being like that. I think this Indian batting is strong. The biggest question is, will India take this match seriously and be able to rest and rotate players and give those players who probably won't be given a chance further down the line an easy game to play now? Because obviously they want the squad to feel like they're all involved. And when it gets to the business end of the business, you want to play your best team. So I think for India, it's really batting practice, but it's also a big challenge for Ireland to see if they can, test these Indian batsmen, especially both countries playing for the first time in this World Cup.
Yeah, absolutely. That's true, but I don't think so. They will experiment on game number 1 because they should start fresh. I think Virat Kohli will be back in the side, but we're talking about Group A, Paji. You have Pakistan. How impressive was USA in the opening game?
Yeah, USA did well, but still got to take that with a pinch of salt and say who they were playing. And I think this is where we've got to be realistic about these things. Like the game, Sri Lanka versus South Africa, you've got two teams which are established. So that is going to be, a known thing for cricket fans. USA versus Canada, local derby. And, we learned a bit from that game. But again, until you play the better teams. And this is the ultimate test for Ireland. If Ireland play really well in this game, then you think, okay, what level are they compared to, we expect India and Pakistan to go through. Can they beat USA convincingly? And can the bowling of Ireland trouble the batting of Pakistan? Because I think that's where we got to be looking at. So I think that's going to be the key thing, what we'll learn from this game.
We're done with the head-to-heads. You have given your views about this one. 7-0. We will see what happens. Let's take it to the last 5 times these two teams have met in the T20 format. Here it is, Paji. Last 5 times India faced 5-0. What's different can you expect from somebody like an Ireland? Because they have kept the core. It's something, the Tuckers, the Tectors, the Stirlings are all there. The Balburnies are there. So do you think a better display and show? They have Joshua Little now, who has an experience in this format, playing IPLs. Can they display better this time?
Yeah, they can be competitive because I say their players have become more experienced. They're used to the bigger pressure games. And again, sometimes it's better to catch, a giant early on when they aren't probably as prepared as much, or they're not expecting for it to be a top match. Because I think if India were to lose this game, it'll be taking the match seriously. They could be overconfident in beating Ireland. But I just see Rahul Dravid, Rohit Sharma probably won't allow that to happen. So I think, we've seen 5-0. We'll probably see another victory for Team India. I can't see how Ireland can beat India. Yeah, I don't want to sound overconfident, but I just don't see Ireland having the tools or the depth to beat this Indian team.
Okay, you still can't see. You think India favorites as expected. We will see that, but let's take a look into now into the New York Stadium and its pitch report. We had the warm-up game played here against Bangladesh. India faced the outfield looks very soft. That puff of dust is coming out. Very slow outfield. The grass is quite thick. Then you have the surface. I think extra bounce is there, extra movement for the Pacers. The Pacers will be licking their lips. Similarly, new batters are finding it very difficult to come into play. Yesterday we saw I'm sorry, at the New York, we saw Sri Lanka versus South Africa. How South Africa bundled out Sri Lanka just for 77. So it's not easy peasy to bat first or bat second. How do you think Team India will assess these conditions, despite having played one game?
Yeah, I think they probably picked up quite a bit from the warm up game, and Arshdeep starred in the warm up game. So that is good news for Team India and obviously Punjab Kings fans that
And he
Arshdeep
started
is
off
there.
brilliantly.
Yeah, the first two deliveries were absolutely awesome, and then he took the two wickets, and then he looked good. Bumrah seems to be refreshed, so I think Bumrah, Arshdeep, and even if they bring in Siraj on this wicket with the extra bounce that he creates, you probably see Ireland will struggle with the bat against that attack. And again, the boundaries being slowly that suits the guys that hit the aerial. So just take the ground out of it and just go aerial, and especially the power play, and you'll see probably the strength of the Indian batting, that Virat Kohli Rohit partnership opening pair, which I think they should go with. That will be very very exciting to see, and see if the Irish bowling is in that level to take those wickets. Because obviously once those two out, you got Sky, you got Jadeja, you got Hardik. Hardik played really well in that game. So you've got
Absolutely.
India have the tools, and India have the tools. Whether Ireland can, if they bat first, can they set a competitive target for India? I can't see them how that will happen. And can they bowl India out? Because if they do set a small target, they would have to bowl India out.
Yeah, fair enough. So they have to bowl India out. You also have Rishabh Pant, Shivam Dube, a lot of firepowers in the side for India. We're done with the pitch report. Let's take a look into the top three players to watch out for. Here are the top three players to watch out for. No doubt the two openers, in my opinion. Rohit is there. Jasprit Bumrah is there. He was the captain the last time India played Ireland in that tour. Then you have for Ireland is Paul Stirling, Harry Tector, and then you go to Joshua Little. So bases are covered. Experienced players are there. Can they perform? If you can sum up all the six players, please.
Yeah, well, obviously the Indian players they speak for themselves. Their records. Most of them are coming in good form. Bumrah was amazing for Mumbai Indians in the IPL. Orange Cap winner in Virat Kohli, and Rohit started showing shines at the end that he was timing the ball well. So India, you probably got the foundations of how they're going to go into the bigger matches. You'll find out from here. Ireland, on the other hand, Paul Sterling. I watched a lot of Paul Sterling for Warwickshire and Birmingham Bears, and you get two Paul Sterlings. You get early on in the tournament, this guy can score century after century after century, and when the tournament goes on, he gets out 0-0-0-0. So what Paul Sterling turns up, that will be interesting. Harry Tector, definitely a man who's really, really batted really well in the last couple of seasons. Definitely got a bit of confidence in him. Definitely can play all the shots as well, and has good defensive technique. So I think Harry Tector is probably going to be that star batsman for Ireland, especially from say 11th over onwards. He's the one that they'll probably try to see take them home in key matches. And then Josh Little started playing again for Gujarat Titans at the end of the IPL. So yeah, a very very good bowler. Got quite a few variations. Good slow ball, and can also get some bounce, decent pace and bounce off the wicket. So I think Ireland's team you could say fine, but you could even choose another three players for India quite easily because they're all star-studded in that team.
Absolutely. So many players to pick for India. I've gone with the three of the best. It's difficult, but I understand the reason why you have said this. We sum it up all the six players to watch out for. Let's now take a look into the key battles for Team India and Ireland. Yeah, three battles. I have chosen a Paul Stirling, as you were saying. When the tournament arrives, he might just go out cheaply against an in-swing and Yorker man who has bowled brilliantly in the warm-up game. Arshdeep Singh, you will describe him the best, to be very honest. Then you go to Harry Tector Lokan Tucker versus Kuldeep Yadav, a player who plays spin really well, and a Virat Kohli versus Joshua Little against the left-hand pacers. Which battle are you definitely watching out of these three?
Obviously, Archdeep versus Sterling. I've got a lot of interest in that game. Again, if Sterling gets in, and this is what you see with Sterling, if Sterling's in there after the power play, you can expect him to get a big score because he's got superb timing. He's got superb shots hitting the boundary. But Archdeep probably is in that space where he knows he has to perform. He's got that spot there on merit. The better he bowls with confidence tomorrow, that will take him through the tournament. So, and again, having the balance of attack of India, having Bumrah alongside, you've now got your death
Correct.
bowling sorted. You've got your first couple of overs sorted. That's why I said probably the third seamer they'll probably play will be Siraj because you can bowl Siraj out through the power play. And yeah, I think that will be good. And I'm also looking forward to see how Kuldeep bowls because I think Kuldeep has the jersey. He's got the spot,
Yeah.
the main spinner for India. And again, if he starts well, then will be all good for Team India.
Absolutely, you can describe it pretty well. You're going with Kuldeep Yadav as well. Virat Kohli was not part of the warm-up match. He doesn't need any warm-up match. The way he's played in the IPL, the orange cap holder, as Paji mentioned, he's in red-hot form at the ICC events, always in the top of the list when it comes to leading run scorers. So we will see what happens. We're done with the key battles. It's time. Let's move on to the predicted playing 11. Here it is, Paji, starting with Team India's predicted playing 11. I have gone with you as well. Rohit at 2 open, Surya Kumar at number 3, Rishabh Pant at 4, Shivam Dube at 5, Hardik Pandya at 6. Then you go on to the two spinners, Ravindra Jadeja and Kuldeep Yadav, and my three pacers out here. Any changes for you?
Yeah, as I said, I'd go for the three paces. I'd go for the two spinner. Well, you got the two spin twins there, and Yadav and Jadeja, and then it's probably Shivam Dube is probably the only one that you could possibly have somebody else to bat for because I think the others almost pick themselves. So if they want to go with the Yashashvi, have the right left combination up the top, he would come in and obviously, unfortunately, Shivam Dube would leave out and that brings Surya Kumar Yadav slightly later and Rishabh Pant at the end. But Hardik's really going to be important for that batting. Should they go without the
Absolutely.
lineup of, if they drop Shubham Dube, I think Hardik will be the person that they'll expect to take them home.
So last game we saw Shivam Dube bowling a couple of overs. That was good signs. He picked up wicket. Yashasvi Jaiswal not batting at all. So is that an indication that he's not going to be part of the 11?
Yes, I think they've got to go with this Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli partnership up the top because I think you need, and this is my personal preference, you need a guy that is going to stay through the power play, and that power play person is going to be Virat, and the other guy on the other end is the Rohit that we saw in the World Cup. From ball one, fours and sixes to get that run rate really high in the power play, and I think that's how India will win most of their games with that foundation on the power play. If India don't lose any wickets in the power play, then you're going to see some very big scores from this team.
Absolutely. That's the plus point for Team India. Let's see if Pali's words stays or not. Going to the opponents, which is Ireland. I think that is also set 11. Paul Stirling, Andrew Balbirnie, the openers experience. Then you come to the Tucker and the Tectors at number 3 and 4. Curtis Camphor, very underrated. George Dockrell, I think he's playing for years now. Garrett Delaney, a very versatile all-rounder. You've now got a marker there. I think he bowls a really good swing bowling at the top of the order. Barry McCarthy, Joshua Little, and Ben White. That pretty much sums it up for the 11 for Ireland as well.
Yeah, slightly disappointed that Simi Singh hasn't really kicked on as well because I think he would have given them really good balance with the spin bowling and the late batting because he can hit the ball very well. But I think in Ireland will go with the experienced 11. They are not blessed with a big squad, so I think they really want to play these 11 players get them in this game. It's a no-win situation. It's a no-lose situation for them. They just want to play well in this game. They're not expected to win, but they need to get some of their players in form for the Pakistan game, which is more of a 70-30 game. They have a 30% chance in that game. 90-10% chance in this game. I'm giving them not more than 10%. And then the USA game, they can definitely win that game.
So you're done with the playing 11. That sets up both the teams playing 11. Now let's take a look into the scorecard guesses for Sandy Baji. Here are the scorecard guesses, Paji. This is the team that played Ireland in 2023 at August. To guess the scorecard, who is the missing player? You can see it here and there. Yashasvi Jaiswal opened with that batter, who scored 58 of 43 balls with a striker of 135, followed by Tilak Verma, Sanju, Rinku, Dubey. It's a young side, but what's your take? Who was the batter?
I'm going to take a wild guess, and I'm going to say Gaikwad. I'm not sure, but I'll take it. I'll take a guess. I don't think it's Rohit, and I don't think it's Virat. So the only one I can think. Oh yes, I forgot about him. Yeah, it could be Shubman.
So you're going with your head, which is Ruturaj Gaikwad?
I'm sticking to Ruturaj Gaikwad.
Okay, that's something interesting. Let's see the answer, ladies and gentlemen. You should back your guts more, Paji. It is Ruturaj Gaikwad who was the batter. 58 of 43 deliveries, 135 strike rate. It wasn't Shubman Gill, it was him, and he played really well in Dublin. That sums up the scorecard guesses. It's time. Let's move on to the predictions time now. It is match number 8. It is India versus Ireland. Paji, final predictions, please.
Yeah, convincing win for India. I can't see where they will lose this game. Again, they want to start the tournament on a high. Make teams feel the pressure when they're playing India. I think that's what this will take them far. The Australian mentality, not to lose and keep that winning momentum going into the next games. And they really want to win this game, get a team, set for the big game, which will be the Pakistan game in the next couple of days. So I think India will win convincingly, even if they bat first or bat second. I can't see how Ireland can beat them because I think India is too superior. The only thing that India can lose on if they get complacent in this match, take it easy on Ireland. I think Ireland do have some tools which could make them win certain parts of the game. But the power play, I think we will get the message quite clearly, and I'm excited to see what team India put in this game, and because I think they'll come in with the same 11 of this game in the next match against Pakistan.
Absolutely. It is in the same venue, so I think they can utilize that. So sticking to 90-10, which has been your prediction for this game?
90-10 Team India to win this game, yeah.
90-10 Team India to win this game. That pretty much sums up the show. So we are done with this. Paji has made his prediction, ladies and gentlemen. Let us know your prediction as well, because Team India is stepping onto the field tomorrow at sharp 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time at New York. India versus Ireland. Sit back and enjoy. Let's hope, fingers crossed, let's hope India wins that game, gets 2 points, and starts the campaign on a good high. Thank you so much, Paji. Thank you to all the viewers for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the Fifth Umpire. Press the bell icon as well. So thank you so much, and bye-bye.